Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is about to get super interesting because this business right here called this tow truck to take this off a public street. Hey, what authority do you have to take this off of the public street?
The storage lady wanted me to move it off of her property.
This isn't her property, you realize that, right? This is a public street, and what you're doing right now is theft. I'm going to suggest that you not do what you're about to do because this storage company thinks that they own this street, and they don't. So just because they called you doesn't mean what you're doing is legal. I'm an advocate for some of these homeless folks here, and some of these folks work pretty damn hard just to try to stay alive.
Yeah, I think is what I wasn't sure what the story she gave me on this, and you can go talk to her if you would like.
No, I'm not going to talk to her. I just simply want to let you know that you shouldn't do this. And if you do, it's on camera. I'm tired of these businesses doing these kinds of things to people who have done nothing to them. And in fact, some of these homeless folk rent storage units from these people. So if she's got a problem with this on the public street, she needs to call Denver, not a private tow company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't do that. This is a street. It's obvious this is a public street. This is La Pan. This is South La Pan. This business put these signs up that say no parking from 11 to 5. That's illegal. They can't do that. Those signs have to be put up by the city. This business does not own the public street. And there could be somebody in that for all you know.
Yeah, she said she already came by and got him out.
Well, you know what? She doesn't have any authority to go inside of there, and either do you. You don't know if there's somebody in there. Even the goddamn city's been towing people in campers. You know what kind of liability that is. I mean, you're going to take this to your personal yard. This is somebody's property. It's not hers. If she can't prove she owns it, you can't tow this. You don't know whose it is. And this is a public street. So, hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's good off my teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I'd tell that lady to shove it up her ass, and I'd get out of here in a hurry if I were you, but I'm not. So, yeah. So this storage company thinks that they own this public street. This is their property right here. They came out here and already threatened Bear and Amber, telling them that they were gonna just have their property taken. Shit doesn't work like that, people. These are our friends who, he's lost half of his hand. Their RV wasn't running. Good decision, buddy. Colorado Roadside Posse. That was a good move, pal. What in the actual hell do these people think they're doing? There he goes. He's going up in their parking lot. I'm gonna drive up here. What in the real hell does this lady think she's doing? You have got to be kidding me. Bear just recently got out of the hospital. They're trying to get their bearings. The cops have already given them, I don't know how many tickets. And they even, Bear and Amber even pay for a storage unit here. You have got to be kidding me. I drove up and I saw this lady talking to this guy, this tow truck driver, as I'm trying to help Bear and Amber. He was gonna do it. He was going to do it. Did she pay him? Did she pay him to do that? You guys, this is what I'm talking about with this harassment of the homeless. Look who's in the car with me today. It's Slabberina. Hey, Slabby girl. What are you doing?
So that Winnebago was on our property. The tenant died. Their company came last week and moved it down there. Today I told them they need to move it further because a homeless lady broke into it and stole contents out of it.
Things don't work like that. You know better than
I
this.
called the police and 911 and they said that yeah, I can tow it because it's from our
If
property.
it were on your property, you have no proof. Now that it's on the public
I
street,
do have pictures that it was just on the property.
that's fine, but you don't get to call a tow truck company and tell them to take somebody's property off of a public street.
It's nobody's property.
It doesn't matter. It's on a public street. You can't do that.
Yeah, trust me, I called 911
And 911 told you to do that?
yes, and 311 as
Bullshit.
well. Because the lady had broke into it. She said, "Yeah, you need to call. You can call a tow company, or you can have Denver City at 311 tow it as well."
Well,
I called
then the city needs to tow it, and the city needs to do the appropriate markings. And my other friends who are renting a storage unit from you told me that you were out there telling them you were going to have them towed.
I didn't tell them anything. That was the district manager. I said no.
Oh, you guys, this is bullshit. This is shiesty bullshit. And what you're doing is illegal. So why don't you call the cops?
Already did.
Are they on their way?
They said they were.
How long ago?
Because I told them that lady had broke into the Winnebago that was here.
Okay, what lady?
The lady with the little dog, the little service dog down there.
She didn't break into it. I know her.
We were there and we saw
You
it.
saw her break into it?
Yes, we saw it. Me
Okay.
and Chris, I promise you.
Okay. How long ago did you call the cops?
Almost 2 hours ago.
Can you call them again and tell them to get out here because you've got a bigger problem now? Because you can't just tow this property off the public street.
It's from our property.
Doesn't matter.
They said since we have proof it's
Did
from
you
our
move it
property.
out there?
I didn't know.
Well,
The tow company did last week. They moved that Winnebago out.
the tow company moved it out onto the public street. This same tow company?
Yes.
And now they're here to take it?
No, they're here to move it further down the street.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. I'm going to wait, and District 4 is supposed to respond to this.
We're not District 4, we're District 7.
No, you're not. This is DPD.
They told
No,
me
this
we're
is
District
DPD
7.
District 4. It's City Council District 7. I promise you. I absolutely promise you.
That's who they had me call. The
You-
311 and refer to District 7.
We don't even have a District 7 DPD in Denver. This is District 4.
So are you like one of the people living in the
No, I am one of the people that advocates for the homeless,
Yeah.
and I would love to help solve this issue, but just showing up and taking property is not it. So,
Because you're protecting the lady that broke in.
no, I'm not protecting anybody. I'm not protecting anybody. I'm telling you to call the cops.
Oh, I did. because
Okay,
they're-
call them again and tell them to get the hell out here.
To the bathroom out there.
Yeah, well, that's a separate issue. That's not criminal. But you
They
can't.
said when you leave human feces and stuff.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, they did.
All right, you know what? I'll go ahead and call the cops again.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna. You've got to be shitting me. No, she is lying through her frickin' teeth. She's lying through her teeth. Huh, Slabby? She's straight up lying. That story ain't meshing up at all. That ain't meshing up at all. Stay tuned. Now they're going to tow it further down the street. That's not what the tow truck driver, he never said that. He never said, yeah, I'm here to just move it down the street. She is lying like nobody's business.
You have reached the City and County of Denver's Department of Safety Communications Division. If you have an emergency, hang up and dial 911. Para instrucciones en español, oprime 1. Due to staffing and other limitations, you may experience a wait. Please reserve 911 for life safety or emergency purposes only. Many non-emergency issues.
How's everybody doing today?
Online. To report certain types of crimes or incidents that are not currently happening and there is no suspect information, go to denvergov.org/police and select Report Crime Now. This is a good option for reporting incidents such as damaged property, theft from a vehicle, identity theft, or vandalism. Please note that some crime reports will require a police response to your location. To report other issues such as an abandoned vehicle, illegal dumping, encampment, or trash collection, go to Pocket.gov, select Report a Problem, and then select the appropriate category. You can also dial 311 for these and other city-related concerns.
This
Please
changes
try again.
all the time.
Due to staffing and other limitations, you may... All of our representatives are assisting other callers at this time. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be handled. You are currently next in the queue. Please hold. A representative will be with you shortly.
First she called 911, then
All of our representatives
she called
are
District
assisting other
7.
callers at this time. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be handled in the order it was received.
Well, the tow truck driver ain't leaving, so that's good. He's still back there.
Thank you for waiting. Please press 1 if you would like a callback. Otherwise, stay on the line, and an available agent will be with you shortly. Your position in queue is
1.
I was next.
All of our representatives.
This is what happens when you try to call Denver.
At this time. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be handled in the order
I
it
got
was
thrown
received.
into the 311 system. I'm gonna have them transfer me to dispatch. You slabby, being a little sweetheart. Look at her sitting back there.
Please hold. A representative will be with you shortly.
Hi, Slabberina.
Denver Communications.
Hi, is this 311 or dispatch?
This is dispatch.
Oh, this is dispatch. Okay. There's an issue over here in DPD District 4 on South Lapan. This woman at this West Evans self-storage says she's called 911 about some homeless individuals on the street here and a camper issue. And she said 911 told her that she could go ahead and have a camper towed off the street. And doesn't work like that. So we need police response out here to figure out exactly what's going on.
Okay. Is there an exact address they need to come to on South Street?
Yeah, it's this West Evans self-storage. It's on South Lapan. I don't have an exact.
Let me see if I can find their address. There with me 1 second.
COVID, this lady at the storage is telling 10 different stories. And I think she's got a problem with the homeless folks, so she's just trying to exert some power out here, and this isn't the way things work.
And are there people inside that RV?
Don't know. That's what I told the tow truck driver, that he couldn't be towing that because one, it's a street. Number two, he doesn't know if there's anybody in that RV, and he said that he was told by the woman that called him here at the storage unit that she cleared that RV and he'd go ahead and tow it.
Okay. Yeah, let me get you connected with, I'm going to bring our dispatch on so they can get that set up. Can I get your name and phone number?
My first name is Regan, R-E-G-A-N. My phone number that I'm calling from is 970.
Set up. Hang on one moment. I'll give them that address when they come on, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. One moment. You have reached Denver Mutual Aid. Do not hang up. All call takers are currently busy. Please stay on the line for the next available call
Denver
taker.
Mutual Aid? What?
You have reached Denver Mutual Aid. Do not hang up. All call takers
Can you
are currently
believe this
busy.
shit?
Please stay on the line for the next available call taker.
I'm so glad you caught it.
Just happened
What
to be
the hell?
driving through.
You have reached Denver Mutual Aid. Do not hang up. All call takers are currently busy. Please stay
They're-
on the line for
they're
the next
freaking
available
out.
call taker.
Yeah, too.
This woman's story, she can't get anything
You have reached
straight.
Denver Mutual Aid. Do not hang up. All call
What is
takers
Denver
are currently
Mutual
busy.
Aid?
Please stay on the line for the next available call
311's
taker.
got me in some phone loop for Denver Mutual Aid.
Mutual aid is an advocate thing.
You have reached Denver Mutual Aid. I'm still here on the line with you, okay?
Okay, what's Denver Mutual Aid?
Please stay on the line for the next available call taker.
It's something new all the time. This city, I'm telling you.
Mutual Aid. Hi, this is Amber with Remote Operations, transferring 1208 West Evans for West Evans Self Storage. And the phone number? 970-571-4825. Regan on the line. All right, thank you. And tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, for like the third time now, we need police response out here at this location because this woman, an employee of the storage unit, is just having campers towed off the street and, what I can tell, harassing the homeless.
Okay, so what kind of campers are being towed?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's people in them. I don't know. This storage woman is telling several different stories. She said she called 911 earlier and that they told her she could go ahead and tow these campers. Or at least this one, she claims it was on her property and now it's not. And then she just called a tow truck driver just to move it down the street. Tow truck driver's here. He's going to take it to his own private lot. And so he backs off. He's now waiting to explain his situation to the police. Apparently, this storage unit was going to pay him to do this. Doesn't work like that. This is a public street. This woman is lying. She didn't call 911, and 911 didn't tell her to tow campers off the street.
Okay, Regan, what's your phone number again, please?
970-571-4835.
Do you need someone to contact you regarding this?
I just said we need police response.
Ma'am, it's extremely busy today, so the officers have not forgot. Someone did call regarding this address earlier, so they're trying to get someone over to
Okay,
that
so
location to
then
address
it's
the
been
situation.
several hours.
So do you need a call back?
No,
Yes,
I need
it's been that
police
busy, ma'am.
response. I need police response, and I'm going to wait here until
Do
they
you want-
come.
Okay. What kind of car are you going to be in?
They know what kind of car I'm in. It doesn't matter. I will see them.
All right. If anything changes, just give us a call back, okay?
You needed all of that information for this kind of response?
Ma'am,
Wow.
if there's nothing else I can do for you, I do have other calls.
Then
on
why
hold,
didn't
and
you
I'm
say
gonna
that from
have
the
to let you
beginning
go.
and tell me to just sit here
All
and
right,
wait?
Thank you. Have a good day.
What the actual fuck? You see? The cops are ignoring it. They know exactly what the fuck is going on, and they're ignoring it. They knew what she was doing. You've seen it live. You've seen it live.
So today's the Murray. So I didn't expect much DPD presence today.
What, they don't have any cops over here in District 4?
I think they're all doing the Murray.
Oh, so it's Martin Luther King Day, so all the cops are downtown at the parade. So if you're gonna...
That's why I think Michael got a pass so far today. Because they're impounding his camper this week.
So this woman calls. They know that they've got a volatile issue out here, and now we have to sit here and wait. Well, this woman gets to steal people's stuff off the public street. This tow truck driver has no clue what the fuck's going on. I told him he should wait for the cops, so now he's waiting.
He should just leave. He almost fucked up big time.
Yeah, but he listened to me. Well, I'm gonna go talk to this tow truck driver. Wow. You're being so good, Slaverina. She's just sitting there, being so patient. You want to come for a walk, Missy? Come on. Yes. Come here. All that through the phone system. To be told that? Are you shitting me? This city's a fucking joke. Come here, Missy. Don't go on their property. Come here. Come here. Oh, there goes a cop. Yeah, there goes a cop. Wow. Wrong way. We're not going over there. That's Regan calling. We know that it's a big clusterfuck and we'll just fuck it up some more, so we're not going over there. Hey, knock, knock. Hey there. So it doesn't look like they're going to be coming out in any kind of rush. So I don't know if you want to leave. I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just saying, I don't think what went down was legit. And if you want to give me your card, you know. But thank you for not making a bad move there. All right, cool.
Yeah, I thought it was hers.
Yeah.
Motorhome moved, and I was like, okay.
I'm not quite
So,
convinced of that story.
Kind of impounds or repos or anything.
Where
like
were
that.
you going to take it?
She said she needed to move down the street.
Oh, she did, huh? So you weren't going to take it to an impound? She needed it moved down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. All right, well, hey, thanks for being cool. Sorry about all this, but I don't want to keep you waiting because I don't think these cops are coming, because somebody did call. They had a call in the queue from quite a while ago, but today's Martin Luther King Day, so apparently that cop that just drove by and turned the other way, yeah, right, decided that he didn't want to respond to this call. So at any rate, thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Sorry about all that. So she's gonna pay to move somebody's camper down the street. I know what they were doing. Amber already filled me in on the harassment with this bullshit. These are their own signs that they put up. If you want to take a shit right there, Slubby, that's okay. I don't mind. Look at her little sweatshirt. Ooh, sorry, guys. My camera work is not real good right at the moment. Sorry about that. Come on, Slabby, let's take a walk down here. So she's accusing somebody of breaking into that. And yeah, she said the woman with the service dog. Well, the only woman down here with a dog is Amber. So I don't know what. Sounds to me like they pulled some shiesty shit. They think they own this damn street. And they think these signs are legitimate. Amber said that she had come out. They've been out here twice already and told them that they were going to have them towed because they saw that they were parked here from 11 to 5 last night. No. No, they put them up.
They're on private property.
Yeah.
So the city wouldn't put those.
They put those up. Oh, what's it been? Close to a year. Well, they put them up once and they disappeared, and then they put them up again.
Nice.
Come here, Missy. Stay out of the street. But I'm gonna go down here and see who else was down here with a dog. I saw Misty walking around, but all right. Okay. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. No, they're not going to come. Hell no. Especially since they know what's up now. They knew. They knew what was going on. Come here, Subby. Okay, hold on. Come here, Missy. Hold on. Sorry for the shitty camera work, you guys. You know, but these are raw streams here, right from the street. There you go, Missy. Let's walk down there. Wait, come here. That's the first cool tow truck driver I've ever encountered, I'll say that. He was totally cool. You want to go for a little walkie, Missy? Come on. Let's go, security girl. Let's go. Come here. Come in. Let's go. Good girl. That woman claiming somebody from corporate. So yeah, the whole Denver Police Department is downtown. It's very busy today, and they can't respond to this kind of stuff. But I'll tell you what, if it had to do with us showing up with a camera up at District 4, which maybe we will. It's right up the street. I'll bet there's somebody working that desk. Come on, Slabberina. Let's go. Okay. So I don't think there's anybody down here. All right. Okay, miss, come on. Let's go get in the car. After you tinkle all over the place. Oh, look at her little security jacket. Slabby's on the prowl. Come on, girlfriend, let's go. This way. Come in. I hope this chat is under control. I have had not 1 second to look at it. Thank you very much for those of you that are keeping it under control. There's Irish Rover. Yeah, it's clear down the street. But this is the wall of this storage place. Come on, Slabby, let's go. Come on. She smells dog piddle at every pole. She is like a very dominant little gal sniffer. No, don't drink that. I got better water for you, Missy. Come on. Come on. Oh, now she is taking a poop. And I don't have a bag on my... Oh, she tried, but she couldn't go. Come here, miss. I wasn't even supposed to be out here. I said no more direct street outreach. I literally was just driving through the area. And I saw this commotion over here. Bear and Amber. I've been worried about Bear's hand, so I stopped. And that's what we learned. That's why I can't do this direct street outreach anymore, because, hang on. Every time it starts out as it's going to be a 5 or 10 minute ordeal, it turns out to be a 5-hour ordeal. Here, let me get you some water. Slappy wants a little bit of water. The owner died, so we're gonna take their stuff and move it out on the street. That's interesting. That's a pretty interesting concept, isn't it? We're getting Slabby a drink of water. Here, Missy. There you go. You're so thirsty. Now you got the shivers, because now you're frizzing, huh? Oh, better. Oh, better. Oh, better. Okie doke. So, I'm gonna make one more stop. I'm not gonna go up to District 4 because they'll probably try to arrest me because I'm not going up there without filming. So forget that shit. Here you go. I mean, this is Denver. Pretty typical. No police response because we have a parade. No police response to potentially stealing someone's property who's dead, I guess. Stealing their property right off the street, huh? Yeah, I mean, you heard her story on camera, right? She was going 18 different directions. Irish Rover, thank you. Are you man in the house today? Thank you very, very much. Shirley, thank you very, very much. Okay. And then she launched into, oh, I saw them defecating on the street. Okay, lady. The stories never end with how to harass the hell out of the homeless. They never end. Hey, is Bear right there? Can I talk to him for a sec? So what, this woman at the storage, her story is, no, Slabby, you have to let me talk. Stop. Her story is that somebody broke into that camper, that somebody else towed off that lot, the owner died, then, I don't know, she called 911, they told her she could tow it, blah, 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 she was just gonna have it towed down the street. She said she wasn't the one out there telling you guys that they were gonna have you guys towed, that was somebody else from corporate. What is this? What is her story?
Well, I know she's the one that told us because she talked to me and Bear earlier today.
Uh-huh. So she lied about that. Okay.
I don't know anything about that camper other than, or that RV, I should say. But yeah, I did take some stuff out of it because I was told to by somebody else that said it was theirs. I was like, oh, it's yours?
Because somebody came along and told you guys that you could have it. I heard that part of the story.
They said it was their friends, and their friend gave it to him, and he was just grabbing a couple of things out of it, and I was like, well, does it run? He's like, I think it might still run, actually.
Well, she's claiming it was towed off of their lot.
It could have been initially, I don't know.
And that the owner died?
But that would have been like 6 months ago at least.
Well, that's not what you do with people's stuff that has died.
That's how a storage unit has to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's not quite how that works. But
yeah, there's all sorts of shit they have to go through.
yeah. So the tow truck driver, he was cool. He didn't know what the hell's going on. He said that she'd paid him. She was going to pay him to just move it down the street. That's bullshit. She was there. She was doing that shit. She was going to try to have you guys towed.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were going to start with that one. And then she's also accusing the woman down there with the service dog of breaking into it.
Breaking into what?
I saw Misty down here earlier. I don't know. Who's the woman with the service dog?
Breaking into what?
That camper. Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
Lisa.
Stop.
Oh, Lisa.
And so she's telling me that I'm protecting this person. Hey, Misty, how are you?
Grizzle, come here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She would love to see you. You can go back there and open the door. So, yeah, she had quite the story. So, I called the cops because she claimed she called the cops. Cops aren't coming because they're busy today. It's Martin Luther King Day, so they're all downtown at the parade. We're sitting there. Cop drives by, turns north, goes the opposite direction. So, I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. But she doesn't own the street.
No.
Those signs aren't legal. Don't let her intimidate you like that. I know you're trying to avoid trouble. I know you are. But, Yeah,
I
so the
definitely
cops
am.
are busy today. There's that. They're too busy.
We were on that earlier. Hell.
Yeah, right? Weren't they out here already today?
No, once I drove by over there twice. So.
Twice today they've driven by.
And marked. Black SUV one.
Leia?
I don't know.
Oh, that unmarked. I saw that when I was sitting there. What was that all about?
I don't
Yeah, I've never seen that before through
know.
here.
I'm sure he's Denver, or he might be the CBI.
Maybe they were coming into one of the grows or something over here.
Because they have an office just on the other side of Ruby Hill over there by Kenny Shop.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the CBI, the Bureau of Investigation.
Do they really? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay, well, I just thought the whole thing was weird. So, if the cops show up, I don't know. Tell them to call me. Seriously.
Yeah, because I mean, there's that. The lady breaking into the camper, for all she knows, is the lady owns the thing.
She's lying. Slabby, stop
You
barking.
can't just. I mean, they can't just
No.
drag people's shit out on the
I was
street,
actually
especially if they pass
told
away.
that that RV was mine once that guy got what he wanted out of it. He's like, you can have it.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Well, I guess that RV's been there for like 7 months.
No, it hasn't. I've driven through here.
It's been here for a while.
It has?
Yeah.
Stop.
I mean,
Stop
for
barking.
Like a good amount of time.
Oh, there's my wife.
Here, you can go. Okay.
So it had. So all of a sudden she wants to tow it today?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Huh. Okay.
I think it's severe though, but it's like we told her, we just unload the RV so we can get rid of it.
How's your hand?
It's alright. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
His hitchhiking career, his whole wrenching career.
I think I should be able to do.
You got full movement?
Somewhat.
Can I show people? I'm recording. People are. This is Bear, you guys. He's the one that almost lost his hand. So, he's making progress. You're going for wound care, right?
Well, it changes every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of nasty stuff.
Well, it's hard when you're out here. You're trying to pack your stuff up and get things squared away. You got movement? You got full movement of it?
I don't know yet. There's some movement.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, though.
Yeah, your hand's not swollen anymore.
So, there's the other jaws there for padding.
Good,
So, we're at this side.
good.
Down.
Yeah, some of you were with us the night we took Amber to go see Bear at the hospital. All right, Bear. Well, I was supposed to be doing something else, and as per
Okay,
usual, right?
Right?
It
Sorry
turns
about
into a 5-hour project, but
that. Yeah, I can send you a picture of it when I change it.
yeah, let me see how it's healing, how it's progressing.
Good,
Maybe we'll
actually.
sell those pictures on the internet.
Yeah. Why not?
Bye, Grizzle. Bye, Grizzles. All right, you guys be careful.
Alrighty, we will. We tried.
Okay.
We tried.
I'm glad you got it running.
Yeah, I wish I would have figured that out before. I had it running like a month ago or something.
Oh, yeah, but
Without
then...
the ECU, but it kept during the 4-minute thing.
Stop.
I didn't think about that till this one did it last night. I hooked it up and started it and did
That's-
the same thing.
Okay.
Sat there and it just revved itself all the way up, goes to the floor.
Hmm.
I'm like, what the hell? I was like, what
But you got that fixed, right?
Yeah, I just had the fucking cruise control.
Oh, that's what Amber was saying about cruise control. All right.
Yeah, because the computer just would send it like your full cruise control, like
Yeah.
pull it wide open. Once you pull the hose off of it, no more cruise control.
All right. I'll see you later.
Thank you for.
Yeah, of course. Glad I could be of some help today. All right. Bye. All right, y'all. So that's today's story. So, yeah, she just gets all excited. Yeah, Slabby. Slabby. Yeah, she sees Grizzly now. Now she wants to say hi to Grizzly. Be nice, Slabby. Be nice.
Okay, we'll see you later. Bye, Slatters.
She's in her car seat. We travel in the car seat. So I guess I'll make one more trip over there, see if the cops bothered to show up, since she was supposedly the original person that called. So we're too busy today. So why didn't you just tell me that from the beginning? Instead of, if you're so busy and you need to get off the phone, making me tell the story 18 frickin' times. So I got that tow truck driver's card. He was cool, by the way. I'd call him if I needed help. Colorado Roadside Posse. He was cool. I mean, I suppose they probably went and got their stories straight. And, you know, if that's the story she wanted to tell, that she was just having it towed down the street. I don't believe it. Oh, look, cops are here. Let's see, who's here? Right here. Who is this? Those aren't the cops. That's an unmarked car that they sold at auction. I wonder what they're doing here. Yeah, interesting. Trying to play the police, perhaps? Huh. Still got the spotlight on that, the heavy grill front bar. I've seen that car around. There's no such thing as District 7 police in Denver. And I don't even believe this is District 7 City Council District. So that's not accurate. That's why she was all over the place with her story. So it could have been possible that 311 was directing her to the city council district, but that's not the same as the police district. This is Denver, District 4, Police Department. Yeah, very strange. Oh, you're being funny. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. This was just one of those spur-of-the-moment things. Hey, Tracy, sorry if you're not caught up, but what was going down here was that I just happened to be driving through, and I spotted my friends, Bear and Amber, with the hand issue, and there was some commotion outside of their camper, so I stopped. They've been having some problems with their RV. They got it fixed. They needed some fluids, so I took them to get some fluids. In the meantime, getting an earful about this story with this storage unit, the owner of the storage unit behind this wall. These people are assholes. They put these signs up, these no parking signs, like they own the street. Okay? This business has been notorious for harassing the homeless, for there being campers parked along here. when nobody else has ever parked along here. So they thought that they had the authority to put these no parking from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. signs up, and they don't. So apparently this woman, who you'll see on camera if you go back and watch from the beginning, she was out here telling them that she was going to tow them. And I get back with their fluids, and there's a tow truck here. And I get out and have a conversation with the tow truck driver. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be doing this. He was cool. He listened to me. He stopped doing what he was doing, went back over to the storage unit. So I went over there. She comes out, storage unit lady, and starts telling a wild story. It's going 80 different directions. That she's called the cops, and she's gonna just have this now just move down the street because she saw some lady breaking into it. It was on their lot. Now it's not. The owner of it died. Her story was nonsense. She was threatening all of them, and that's how she was going about it. So she claims she called the cops. So I called, get the big rigmarole through the phone system, only to be told that, oh, do you need a phone call back? I said, no, we need police response. So apparently all the cops in the city are too busy today, except for the one that drove by on camera and turned the opposite direction. So they're all way too busy to respond to this. But this woman gets to do what she's doing, mainly because I'm sure the cops knew what was going on. They said, screw it, we're not responding to that. Let her do what she wants. So, you know, that's how things escalate. So I don't know whose camper is out here on the street. It's got plates. Perhaps it is registered to somebody. I don't know. They don't have any authority to have anything removed from the public street. If it was on their property, and whatever processes they use for abandoned property, why would it be out here now? So, wasn't buying her story. She's being deceptive. She's being threatening. She's been threatening to just have these people towed. So, that's the only tow truck she could get to respond. That tow truck would have barely been able to handle that camper. Any kind of tow for these campers is incredibly expensive. So I don't doubt that she wasn't poking, but she got this company to show up and fed them whatever bullshit that she wanted to feed them. This storage unit, by the way, called West Evans Self-Storage. Okay. I've never really dealt with these people, but I have watched them do these things in the past, and I've always heard these stories. I just happened to drive up on it today. So that's the scoop of what went on here. Tracy, I'm assuming she was paying for it. I mean, I don't think the guy was working for free. By the time it was all said and done, the tow truck driver and the storage lady had their stories straight, that they were just moving it down the street. It's not adding up. Why would you even need to move it? You don't need to move it. She was telling, I guarantee you, I'm 99% sure, that she was telling him, take it. It's ours. It was on our lot, but just go ahead and take it. As an idle threat for the other people who were at their homes, including Bear and Amber. So I guess this camper's been here a long, long time. I don't know. I've driven through here, and I don't recall seeing it, but that doesn't mean anything. I might have missed it. So that's the story there. Oh, there goes another Denver cop going the opposite direction. I see him right now. I don't know if you can see him in the mirror. Yeah, there they go. Going the opposite direction. Which, this is all District 4. So they don't want to come out here and be on camera. Now that Regan's called, now they're definitely not coming. But how much you want to make a bet I leave? And they'll be out here lickety-split to harass the shit out of them. Second shift, the next shift, after all the day shift clocks out and goes home. It's 2:30. So yeah, at any rate, I sat here. Nobody called me. in that they responded. So I gotta go because this isn't what I set out to do today. And I have about an hour drive to go do what I set out to do. Me and Slabby are on a mission. We just had a side mission. Huh, Slabby girl? We just had a side mission. We had to just take care of some business, come out here, socialize with our friends. Because she knows Grizzle. She knows little Grizzly, Bear and Amber's dog. So she had to say hi. And Misty had to share her love with you. Huh? Yes. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it. Yeah, that's right, Modern Retro. Good to see you. They avoid the camera so they won't be caught traumatizing the homeless. Well, they don't want to come out here and have Regan catching them on camera, like expecting them to do their job. Oh, wait. Here comes one. Here comes one. Right here. Here we go. Let's see how this is going to go. Hang tight. Yoo-hoo! Hello? Stop. All right. Let's see what's going to go down now. Oh, and if I have a warrant. Hi. I'm good. I'm Regan. I called. And I guess that other lady called from the storage unit.
Okay.
So do you know what's going on at all?
So my call notes basically said that somebody observed somebody breaking into a trailer down here.
Yeah. Not convinced that's what was going on.
Okay. Do you know anything specific?
Yeah, I know a lot of things specifically. So
Okay.
there were 2 additional campers parked here, and I know the folks that live in them.
Okay.
This camper that's here right now
Yeah.
is the camper in question. Okay.
Did
So
you see them see what, like, were you here when they saw whatever they saw?
no.
Okay.
When
I'm sorry,
no.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead, sorry.
but I mean that's fair. So when I came here, my friends Bear and Amber in one of the campers were
Bear and
trying
Amber?
to move. Yeah.
Okay.
Bear and Amber.
In this camper or a different
No, different one.
Okay.
That's already moved.
one? Okay.
And they told me this story of how this woman has been coming out here telling them that she's going to have them towed.
Okay.
Okay, this business put up these signs. These aren't legal. Okay, those are on their property. They put them up.
Okay.
The city didn't put those up.
I don't know that they're illegal.
Well, they can have them on their property. Sure. Let me back up. You're right. You can put up any kind of signage you want on your property, but when you try to enforce it, that's when it becomes illegal. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what they're trying. And she told them that she was going to have them towed
Okay.
because they were parked here last night.
Okay.
So when I got back, because we left to go get some supplies, we come back, there's a tow truck here.
Okay.
And it's this guy. Okay?
Okay.
And he's backing up to that camper that's still right there. And I walked up to him and I said, well, what are you doing? Are you towing this? And he said, yeah. I said, and who gave you the authority to do that?
Right.
And he said, the storage company. I said, well, it doesn't quite work like that. If they don't own it, they can't have this towed off the public street. He's like, well, I don't know. Maybe you should go talk to her. I said, well, I don't, maybe you should just leave because you don't have the authority to do that.
Yeah, I can definitely go talk to them if that's what they're doing, because you're right. Obviously, there's a process that we do for towing.
Yes.
So.
So he went back in there to talk to her. So I also stayed on the sidewalk and recorded it. And she came out, this woman from the storage company, saying that she's just having it towed down the street because it was on their lot, but the owner died. And so now it's out here. And so she was just going to have it towed down the street. She said she called 911 and 911 told her she could go ahead and do that. I said, doesn't work that way. I said, so did you call the cops? She said, yeah. I said, how long ago? 2 hours. I said, well, call them again because they need to come out here and figure this out. So she ultimately ended up going back inside. I called again. The tow truck driver was going to wait, but
So do you know, because obviously I have no idea whether or not, if she was saying that she moved that vehicle off of her lot, is that right?
that's not what I got out of it. She said that somebody moved it off of her lot out here onto the public street.
Uh-huh.
My other
Is
friends,
it, are we talking about this one? or
yes,
not?
we're
Which one
still,
specifically?
this one is the one in question.
Okay, so they were gonna tow it the other night, but they didn't. Isn't that where you were?
No,
Well, because you stopped the tow truck driver from hooking it up.
right now,
Oh, today.
just a short time ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the other night.
No.
Because you said you came and talked to Bear and.
I've been talking to Bear and Amber today.
Okay.
Today
sorry.
only.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
That's what it
a long,
is.
confusing story.
Yeah.
But this woman has been coming out here telling them that she's going to have them towed because they've been parked here overnight.
Okay. So did you call me to tell me about her? Because I think it was a man that called. But there was a man that called initially, and I think you called after them. Is that right? Do you know?
Yeah, I would have called after.
And how did you know that they called?
I didn't. Well, she told me she did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this blonde-haired woman that drives the golf cart said that she called earlier.
Okay. So I don't know anything about that. What I'm here for is them calling and saying that they saw someone break into a trailer down here
Mm-hmm.
with an unknown license plate.
Okay.
So that's what I'm here looking around for. And it was a white and brown, so that looks like it has white and brown on it. So.
Okay. So one of the guys that was parked by the camper said that somebody was over here and talked to them and said that that was his camper and that they could go ahead and have it. So he does admit to going in there on that guy's
Well,
word.
The call notes say that a woman was seen breaking into.
I
the
know.
camper.
That's what she said too. She said a woman with a service dog. There's no woman with a service dog out here.
Huh, okay.
So then she
Is
accused
there
me.
any- do you know if anybody's in the camper right now?
I don't know. I'm not going to go in it. We don't have any authority to do that.
Oh,
You know
sure,
what I
was
mean?
gonna knock on it and see if
Yeah.
there's in there.
Yeah, no, I didn't knock. Nobody's told me if they know anybody's in there or not, including the tow truck driver. When I said, you're moving a camper, you don't know if anybody's in there. So that's the issue with abandoned property. And if this is abandoned, it needs to be tagged appropriately
Sure.
as abandoned.
Sure.
She doesn't just get to.
Well, we're not here on anything like that right now. I'm just here to make sure that, as far as I can tell, nobody's breaking into any property.
Nobody's
No,
been breaking in any property for the last 2. I don't know what she
Have
saw
you been parked
earlier.
down here the whole time?
Not the whole time.
When did you get here?
It's been 1.
You got here at 1300. Okay. I'm not sure when it came out. We were doing some shift changing, so. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go see if there's anybody in there. See if there's any evidence of anybody breaking into it, and then I'll make sure that they're aware of that they can't be towing. If they're trying to tow a vehicle off the street, that they're not allowed.
No,
to
they
do
were
that, so.
definitely doing that. I mean, it's on camera, and the tow truck driver told me that she's the one that told him to do it,
All right. Well, I'll make sure that they are very.
and that would have
Aware
been
of-
theft.
Well,
That would have been theft.
Okay.
So that's what my concern is, because I don't know whose home this actually is. Okay? And that's just not how things work. So if nobody's in there, I'd like to see you appropriately tag that. Are you going to tag it abandoned?
I don't know that it's abandoned. I'm just finding it just today. So-
Well, that's what Blea and McGregor would do.
Well, right.
Are they
That's what
they
do
still on?
specifically.
I mean, I know, because they target the homeless that way. But at least if that's the case, then this camper is being tracked. And if it is someone's home, they have an opportunity
Well,
to
I'm gonna
get
run
it.
And I'm going to see if it's, if the plates match on it and if it's, stolen or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about tagging it right now because I'm just contacting it. As far as I know, was just parked here. I don't know.
All
But
right.
anyways, I'm going to talk to her since you've,
All right.
I tried to call and they didn't pick up. So I'll go in there and talk to the person that called. It was
All
a
right.
male.
Well, the woman said she called the woman with the blonde hair.
Yeah, maybe it was her partner or something. So.
Can I have your card, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll sit here and wait, and I'll let you do that. And when you go down there, I'd like to just walk down there with you and watch.
Well, no, I'm gonna have you stay back here. I'm gonna do my
Well, I want to watch you knock on it. I can
thing.
stand.
Well, if you want to do that from down here, I don't. You know.
Well,
I
you
don't
can't
need
have
you-
me clear away where I can't see what's going on. I
Sure,
just
so
want
if
to
you
see.
like stay back by my car or something.
No, I'm not going to stay behind your car. I'll
And
stay on
how
the
close
sidewalk.
do you want to be to me?
Oh, like 10 feet.
Okay. Well, how about not that close?
How about that close?
Because I don't know. I don't need you next to me while I'm doing an investigation.
I won't be next to you. I'll be way far away from
So
you.
I'll pull up a little closer. If you would stay back by my car and use that as a, it should be close enough for you to watch what I'm doing.
Okay, if it's close enough for me to see and hear, that's fair. Because I'm not trying to impede, but I am trying to be aware because you're on duty and you might be making contact with somebody.
Okay. And you want to be part of my contact with
Absolutely. I advocate for the homeless out here.
somebody? Okay.
Okay? That's my reason. Why does that perplex you so?
Well, because when I go on calls, I don't have some random civilian that wants to come.
You
off
might.
of me.
You
Well,
might.
No, I don't.
Well,
it's not a normal thing.
I know it's not normal and it should be. There should be everybody out here with a camera
Okay.
watching you guys do a good job. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, luckily
So
I don't
far,
have
you're
to deal
doing a
with
great
that.
job.
So,
You're doing a great job.
okay. Thank you.
So I'll wait here. I'll watch you come back and then we'll reconvene on how far away I'm going to stand. Fair
I'm
enough?
gonna move my car up a little bit. I'm gonna run that vehicle. When I get out, you can come up with me to my car. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So perplexed over a camera. So perplexed. You know, we're about keeping it real out here. My whole day is going down the damn drain. So I'm going to watch him. He's going to run this plate. What do you mean? We don't have random citizens coming up on us, watching us do our job. I know, and you should. You should want that, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I gave my number to the dispatcher, but I don't think anybody heard that. If you did, my phone hasn't been ringing, so it's very easy to block people. District 4 had somebody available. Who knew? Who knew that was going to work out? Supposedly hours after she called. Tina, I just subbed to you a couple days ago, Regan, and you are doing a great job out there, sister. Oh, thanks. I am more than fair, reasonable, and logical until you turn into a tyrannical dick, and then things can get weird. So if you're offended by the F word, don't come to this channel. Okay, so he's flipping at you. He's going to go back over here. Here he comes.
I'm gonna go talk to them. That
All
vehicle was tagged here a couple days ago.
It was tagged abandoned?
Well, it had a ticket. Is what it had.
A ticket?
Yes. So I'm gonna go talk to them and see what they saw, and then I'll be back over here in just a minute. Okay?
So if it had a ticket, that means that registration or those plates are current?
No, it was a license plate violation. So
Oh.
It must not belong on it. I'm assuming. So,
Okay.
back in a minute, okay?
Thank you. So they ran that. It's been cited for a plate violation. So I guess maybe it has been here for a while. So if the cops have already been involved, that makes her story even more suspect as to what she was doing. Okay, so that cop is Joseph Austin, badge number 15058. it is illegal signage. So from his perspective, it's not illegal because the business put the signage up there. It is illegal when they try to enforce it because the city did not give them permission to enforce traffic rules and laws and regulations on the city street. I mean, come on, people. It's not rocket science here. And this really stupid part in all of this, Bear and Amber just rented a storage unit from this place. I shit you not. They're making money off of them. They can never get any respect. They're always behind the 8 ball. Everybody's convinced that somebody else isn't living their life the way that they think they should be living it. Even though they're harming no one, even though they're being perfectly productive members of society, it's just not enough. And you got Bear trying to recover from, they thought that half of his hand was not gonna make it. But they got the infection under control because he was in the hospital for so long. As long as he's keeping up on wound care, and that's what I've been talking to them about, you cannot let that stuff fester. You can't. What a foreign concept to that cop, to be recorded. Dude, you need to go read up on the First Amendment and what happens in Denver, because it's not a rarity that we're out here with cameras. Maybe he's new to District 4. Heaven knows, District 4 needs an overhaul. So, we're waiting for him. He's over at the storage unit office, talking to that woman, or whoever called. They were trying to harass them. I don't believe their story at all about this camper. They're going to tell the cops the story they want them to believe. This is an industrial area. It's ugly as hell. All of this parking isn't utilized. Then it turns into the story, oh my God, they were going to the bathroom outside. Well, why didn't you invite them in to use your bathroom? Yes, waiting ever so patiently, Amanda. Little slabby. Look how good she is in her little car seat. Hey, Missy. You need another drink of water? You need another drink of water? So I better plug my phone in. But he's not here to investigate anything like that. If it involved them trying to harass the homeless, we're not investigating that. So let's let him get the story, and we'll see how he comes back. And you know, just like the business with the blaring alarm. that hasn't been blaring, by the way. Putting up no trespassing signs, what difference does that make? These people aren't trespassing on their property. They're on the public street. Clinton, I have always loved that little head cocking that Chihuahuas do. Who, me? You talking to me? Me? Huh? Me? Ears? You talking to me? Huh, Slabby? Show him. Show him. See, she knows you guys are talking about it. Yeah, see, she don't like it. Don't be talking shit about me. Yeah, Tracy, he's supposed to be getting the story now over at the storage place. He ran the plates and found that this camper's already been cited for a license plate violation. Sabi, they say they love you. They say they love you. Yes. Yes, you should love me. I'm very important. She's pretty in tune. She lived a life out here for all of her life, for 4 years. For those of you that don't know Slabby's story, if you're new, Slabby, shh, let me tell the story now. Her owner died out here on the streets, who happened to be very good friends with Bear and Amber. They were all kind of their own little community. I have a video about Peter on my channel here. It's called, I believe, Rest in Peace, Peter. And it's got lots of pictures of him and Slabby, and a few of me and him and Slabby. And Peter lived in his van. He'd tell you he's not, oh, he wasn't homeless, but he was. He probably could have been housed. Peter didn't hurt anybody, minded his business. The cops, you know, chased him around just like they did everybody else. Not as aggressively, but they did. I helped Peter set up mediation one time with a cop, Sergeant Costigan, who was working off duty at the Circle K at Florida and Santa Fe. It's a gas station not far from here. And Peter went there one day to get some lunch and paid for his lunch, went out in his vehicle, was sitting in his vehicle eating his lunch, and Costigan was working off duty there. And one of Peter's friends stopped by on his bike and was just hanging out outside his vehicle, just talking to him. Well, Costigan felt it appropriate to come out there and tell them that they couldn't be there and that he wasn't going to be allowing them to set up a homeless camp in the parking lot. Yeah. Nothing new. You know, these cops are assholes to the homeless. So Peter wanted help filing a complaint, so I did that for him. And then Peter decided that he wanted to just go to mediation with the cop, which those cops love that, because if they go to mediation, part of the deal with mediation is that they do not face any disciplinary sanctions at all. So he was an off-duty cop, DJ. I mean, he was in uniform, but off-duty. So yeah, a security officer of the law, right? The taxpayers are subsidizing. So Peter went to mediation with Costigan. I don't know really how it went. I think Peter just wanted to say his piece. Peter was always trying to be the negotiator. Peter was in one of my first ever videos out here. I think it's called Arrest Me, Go For It. And I had just met Peter a couple times prior to that interaction. It was during COVID. And it was over on one of the CDOT lots, one of those big, empty, ugly-ass lots. And one of the guys was over on the lot trying to get his stuff off the lot, and there were 2 cop cars parked like they were going to run into the homeless guy. You know, just intimidation tactics. And I was on my bike. I was riding. I was going to go do a long bike ride, and I just happened to see it from the top of a bridge. So I just rode my bike down there, started recording the cops. And cops were shitty, and they threatened to arrest me. And this female cop got all tough, put her gloves on, punching her hand. I mean, it was some real life, we're gonna bust your ass. Listen to her. You remember this story, Slabby? You were there. You were there. You and Peter were standing in the field, and Peter was leaned up against his van or the cop car or something. I can't remember. Yeah, you remember this, don't you, Slabby? And he had his arms crossed. And he was looking at me, and he was looking at the cops. He was shaking his head. And the more aggressive the cops got with me and wanting to escalate the situation, the more verbal I became. Cops ended up leaving. They didn't arrest me. Huh, Slabby? But that was one of the first evers that Peter really saw how fiercely I would defend them. Stop barking, please. Please stop barking. Please. Pretty please. We'll go in just a minute. We're waiting for this cop. He's probably getting served a meal and in other ways right now. So Peter would always try to lecture me about how to handle things, right? He's older than me by a lot. And I always try to be very respectful of his wishes. But there were just some things that I wasn't gonna move on. And so Peter and I would get along, and then we wouldn't, right? But what always kept us in good conversation was Slabby. She was always excited to see me. I made sure that Slabby got fixed and that she had her shots and that Peter didn't, wasn't encumbered to have to do that, because Peter did have a lot of physical disabilities. He was very physically ill. And I do think that that's one of the reasons that Peter decided that he was best off in his van. And those were his choices, and sometimes you just have to let those things be. And you can support him when you can, and if you can't, you can't. Well, Peter and I had a pretty serious falling out, and it had nothing to do with trying to negotiate ethics. It had to do with me being assaulted and Peter ignoring it and then lying to the cops. So we didn't have much of a relationship the last year he was alive. And that's really unfortunate. I don't have any regrets. Sometimes you have to draw the line in the sand as a person and for your safety. And he made the decisions he did. The cop's walking all the way down here. His car's still parked down there. Let's see what he has to say. But here he comes. Joseph Austin, badge number 15058. You walked all the way down here?
Yeah, I need some steps.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So it's all coming together for me now.
Okay.
So this vehicle was towed off at their lot. So basically, I don't know if you know how it works with the storage units. If somebody doesn't recover their property within a certain amount of time and doesn't pay, then it becomes the property of the storage company. And then they auction it off or do whatever they do. So that's what this Winnebago is, right?
So it was an auction?
Well, so
her story's not adding up. And that's the only reason I ask.
Okay, well let me finish.
Right.
So basically this is it becomes a property of the storage unit once that happens, right? So what she's explaining to me is that this is technically their property because it was never paid for, right?
Okay.
So it went to, I don't know the whole process, but
right.
That's the basics of it, right? Basically it goes to auction, and then if it's not bought on auction, then it goes to junk or whatever they do with it. Right?
Sure.
And so at this point, it's still theirs. Well, the towing company brought it out there, but their yard was full. That one, the company that you showed me, the whatever that
This
was.
towing company?
So that towing company's yard was full, so they dropped it off on the street. And so today, when they went to tow it, I'm sure this is when you came into the picture, there was a lady inside of it who shouldn't have been inside of it because...
There was no lady inside of it when I got here.
Right. Well, so when they contacted it, there was a lady inside of it.
When they contacted their
They-
property,
So the people that are here
Right.
came back down here because they're gonna have it towed out of here, and they.
but it's
found-
on the street.
I understand. So a lady was inside of their property.
Okay, so you're telling me that they're illegally parking their property out here.
So when they came to,
Okay.
because they realized it was out here.
Oh.
I don't know how that works.
You see, this story ain't adding up.
It does add up to me, maybe not to you.
No, how is this?
Okay.
You're confused too. You're saying, I don't know how that could be.
Okay. So anyways,
Okay.
so this technically right now is the storage unit's property. Okay.
Have they proven that to you or just told you that?
I don't have any reason to think that that's not the truth.
Ugh.
Why would you think it's not the truth?
Because you told me that it's already been cited for a license plate violation.
Okay.
Okay.
And that A and B, you know, that they don't
So if it's
one
their
doesn't mean that it couldn't.
okay, but if
also be
it's
part
their
of it.
property, why is it out here getting cited? Why are
Because
they?
it's out, because it's out here.
So you need to turn around and cite them again
Well,
if it's
they're-
their
they're-
property.
So what happens if we cite something? Somebody, the owner of that property, has to get rid of it, move it, right? So it doesn't get ticketed.
Yeah, they're lying.
that's-
But that's
Okay.
They're
well,
lying.
Well, you're saying they are.
They're
I have
lying.
no reason to believe that they are.
well, of course you don't, because they're going to tell you what
Okay.
they need you to hear
So if you'd
today.
like to come up to it right now and see if there's anybody inside of it, and I'm going to allow them to tow it out of here.
So you're going to allow them to tow it out of here, even though they haven't proven to you that it's their property.
Correct.
Really? That's not a good move.
Okay. Unless you believe it to be somebody else's property,
Well,
there's no reason for me to think that her story is not true.
really?
Really.
Okay,
This
so
is
I
a business that they're running here.
So just because they're running
You
a
wanna come up
business
with me to
makes
be-
them legit? Are you telling me just because they're running a
You want-
business
would
makes
you-
them honest
would
and
you like to
legit?
come up-
No, I want you to answer my question now, because now you're pushing
What I'm-
it. Because these signs aren't
Okay.
legitimate.
Well, I'm gonna go
I
up there and check
told
this
you
shit.
that these people are harassing. See? This is the shit I'm talking about. You turn into a stupid motherfucker. Oh my God. Slobby, wait here. I will be back. So he's going to allow them to tow it, even though that they need to prove that it's their property to tow. Further, they were going to just tow it down the street. Why are you going to let them just tow it down the street? Did she tell you that part? Did they tell you where they're going to tow it?
Yes, they did. Can you stay back there, Regan?
Okay, right here. I can be closer by law, so... Well... If they're going to tell you that this is their property, I'm going to tell you that it's mine too. And then I'm going to go pull a junk title on it, and it's going to become my property. See, I can tell you my story too. So if you're convinced that this is their property just because of the story they're telling you, then I can tell you my story too.
Are you going to stop talking?
When I'm done, I'll stop talking, and then you can talk. That's how this works.
Are you,
Do I look like I'm done?
I'm asking.
Do you,
Yes.
you want to be a condescending dick with me now? You want to turn this into a fuck you thing?
Regan, I'm not trying to be rude to you. Let's step out. I'm not trying to be rude to you. Okay, you're being rude to me.
You're being stupid, okay? And when you start acting stupid as a cop, shit goes south in a hurry. Somebody doesn't just get to tell you their story. No, I'm not. Somebody doesn't get to tell you they own property without proving that to you. That's not how it works for the homeless. You guys fucking harass the fuck out of them until they prove that it's theirs. And you're gonna let these fucking assholes treat these people like that based on a fucking story they told you? Now it's your turn.
Okay. So, there's nobody in this vehicle. Somebody was in the vehicle when they came.
How do you know that?
Because of what they told me.
Because of what they fucking told you.
Ma'am?
People fucking lie.
I'm done talking to you. You're just yelling and screaming at me.
I'm hearing you just fine. And you're getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
All right, fine.
We can tell any old fucking story as long as it fits your fucking agenda. They were harassing those people. Bottom line.
Do you know who they were harassing?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
I told you, Bear and Amber.
Okay. And were they in this?
And you think they give a fuck? They don't give a fuck. They don't want the escalation. They just left to avoid it all.
Okay. So we don't have any.
I thought you were
victims of
done
harassment?
talking to me anyway.
Well, you keep getting in my face. So.
Bullshit! You know what? You came back over here and got in my fucking face.
I'm in your face?
Yeah, you are. Just as much as I'm in your face because you fucking came back over here.
Okay. Fair enough. So we'll be back in a minute.
Where are they towing it? You guys are so fucking stupid. You're just fucking stupid. Why? You started out so good, and you gotta get fucking stupid. God damn. What in the actual fuck? Wow. Why? Why? Here's another one for backup. Hey guys, how's it going? Did you come up here to back up more fucking stupid? I could tell any old story. I could tell any old story and it becomes my property. I don't have any reason not to believe your story. Holy shit. Leave it up to fucking Denver. Now he fits right in here in District 4. They're lying. Oh my God. Holy shit. Right, you're seeing it live. You're seeing it live. People will go to the umpteenth degree to justify harassing the homeless. This is not their property. And if it is, let's see it. I don't have any reason not to believe them. They're running a business. It never ends. Well, it doesn't matter. From this point on, they do what they want based on the story. because it's their property. That they're illegally parking on the street. Never heard the story that it was somebody's that died. Yep. So that ticket should be in the business owner's name. You're right. But that's not what's going on here. That's absolutely not what is going on here. So here's the bottom line. They did all this with the direct intent to harass the shit out of the two other people that were parked here. Okay? They called that tow truck. They sold him that story. That tow truck driver never said a word about them being out here before and moving it to the street. That bitch was out here harassing the shit out of them earlier, telling them that they were going to get towed. They did this with the intent to threaten them. Because that camper, from all that I can gather, has been here for quite a while, quite some time. According to this little lying bitch here, it was just the other day. According to my friends, it's been here for months. I haven't seen it for months. It's probably been here for weeks. It's been a few weeks since I've driven through here. So they're going to park that out here and get license plate tickets on it. So they're essentially going to get free storage on the street because that's still their property. And they want to harass the other folks. I see how this is working. The bottom line is, the other people moved so they could avoid it all. This is what my good friends do on the street to try to avoid problems. Okay? While they've got their list of problems. I have no more bandwidth for stupid cops. I can't deal with it. It's too insanely evil what goes on out here, and they don't give a shit that people are getting harassed. They don't give two fucks about any of that. I do. I'm the only one that cares about that. Because I know what the majority of these people are trying to do in and with their lives. So that's why I take it to heart. I cannot expect stupid fucking cops to do the right thing. So I'm going to leave. Because this is the kind of shit that I can't take anymore. Although, here's that tow truck. Let's see if he's going to hook up to that thing and see where he's going to take it. That tow truck pulled back up. I think that's him. It looks like his tow truck. So they're going to move it down the street, huh? Really? So this tow truck driver runs a business by word of mouth. Hey, that's my property. Just hook it up and drag it down the street. Really? That's how you run a tow truck business? Interesting. That, in fact, friends, is why there are a whole bunch of new laws on predatory towing in Colorado. So this tow truck driver is going to do what he's told because somebody's paying him. So when I decide to fuck with somebody or steal their property, whatever, I can call this guy and say, hey, that's mine. I need you to go ahead and take it just 2 miles that way and drop it off. Here's a couple $100. Really? That's how things work, huh? But no, now this tow truck driver is going to get the go-ahead from the police because he's cleared their story. Because he has no reason not to believe them. They're running a business. This is why I fucking hate Denver. I hate this place. It has become hell on earth. He's still parked there. Slabby girl, she's back there taking a nap. You being such a good girl. The bottom line is, at least none of my friends know whose home it is. I mean, this isn't uncommon that some of these RVs end up floating around that end up being no one's. But they're concerned about it being broken into, and that's why they called. Huh. So we're going to move it further down where somebody else will break into it. So this is how they're disposing. If this is their property that was left or the owner died or whatever, this is called illegal dumping. All right, now the cop's flipping back out, coming down this way. Driving this time. You're not on foot this time. His buddy's, shuffling him back and forth. Now don't go down there and try to talk to Reagan again. You kind of fucked that up last time. Slabby. She sees a doggy. See her little security jacket? Yep, here comes the tow truck now.
Boston, 15. Must be patrol for this area. Did you see my text about Nina?
I've been on this.
Leia wrote her a ticket and posted her today.
Blaya did? Yeah. I mean, what the fuck else does Blaya have to do?
So there was a temp fire behind the Breakfast King. So District 3 gave all of them a verbal. So I just checked on them. They're still trying to move.
Any guesses on where they're gonna tow this?
This?
Yeah.
They're not gonna tow it.
Yeah, they are.
No.
You know what's going on? So Austin believes their story. So it's their property, but they don't have to prove it's their property. And it's been cited for no license plate. So he's going to let him tow it.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding you. Their story is it's their property. They had it moved out here and somebody broke into their property. So they called the cops. So that's why the cops are here, to investigate somebody breaking into their property that they're illegally dumping on the street.
That is ridiculous.
So he's going to let them tow it. And I asked him, where are they going to tow it? I don't know. Remember, their story is they just want to tow it down the street?
It was going to be a short tow, right?
It's theirs. They're claiming it's theirs. And that somebody died or this property's abandoned. So they get to illegally dump property out here and just leave it out here.
That's
What the fuck? What is going on right now? What is going on?
Is that the same tow truck?
Yeah.
driver?
They're lying. Their story isn't legit. The bitch was harassing everybody this morning, telling them they were going to have them towed. This camper apparently has been here a very long time. The cop isn't making this business prove that they own this.
How does he know?
He doesn't. He doesn't. This, I'm telling you. You're watching it live.
And you. I'm gonna go ask him.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Holy shit. Still kind of waiting to see where he's going to end up towing it. Yeah, the cop did say that vehicle was ticketed as well. Yes, he absolutely did. That this story has changed so many times, Tracy. Didn't pay their bill, the owner died, yada, yada, yada. But this stupid cop is going with the story that they're telling him that it's theirs. And he doesn't have any reason not to believe them. Did you hear all that earlier? There he goes with it. Where's he going? Look at this. This is real safe. The door's flying open.
They're putting it back on the storage property. They're right now.
Even though they haven't proved to you that they own it.
They did prove it to me. Yeah.
How did they prove it to you?
I don't need to tell you that now, but they
Oh, of
did prove
course you don't.
It'll be in our street tag if you need it.
Stop.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you tell me if it's not that big of a deal that they proved they owned it?
Well, because you've been calling me an idiot and things like
Then
that.
why'd you come back over here?
Just to let you know where they're putting it.
Just to let you know that you're continuing with this lie and that they didn't prove to you that they
I'm
own
not
it?
lying to you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You're a fucking idiot. Remember the story was we just wanted it towed down the street? Boy, that story sure changed. It's ours. We'll put it back on our lot. You saw it all right here. Boy, that story sure changed. They wanted it towed down the street. Now they want it back on their lot. He's saying they proved to him that they own it, but he won't tell me how, because it's none of my business. There's your fucking public serve. Go! Go!
So I'm running over here to Platt. I'll see you.
All right, I'll be over there. He's behind the other advocate laying on the horn. They can fuck up traffic all day long. These people are fucking lying. West Evans self-storage. You saw how many times this story changed today, and you saw the cops do exactly what the business wanted them to do. I'm not going to tell you how I did my job correctly because you haven't been nice to me. You see what these little fucking cocksuckers are about? Get down on your knees a little more, and I'll try to show you that I'm not lying. This is Denver's protected serve right here. You saw it all live. Go down, all firsthand. You saw everything from start to finish. They're fucking worthless. I gotta be done. My day is wrecked. Me and Slabby didn't get stuff done that we were supposed to get done. So the phone number you can call, which at this point will be wholly worthless. We need a case number. I'm not going to have time to go down a rabbit hole on this, but if you would like to file a complaint today in what you saw, let me give you some information. Mods, if you're in here, can you Google Office of the Independent Monitor, Denver? That's where you can file a complaint. Okay? There's also a phone number. Google review. Why would anybody want to Google review the West Evans self-storage at 1208 Evans? I don't know why anybody would want to do that. I don't know why anybody would want to file a complaint with the Office of the Independent Monitor in Denver on what they saw go down here today. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. Wait here until the tow truck comes out empty. That's a good idea. So if their story is true, that this was abandoned property, whatever, apparently they're given a free pass. They can go ahead and dump their property out here on the street and then cry foul when it gets broken into. That's interesting, Denver. Is there a new permitting process for that? How does that work? So if this cop, I mean, you saw it, he's verified it, it's their property. How come they're not getting charged for illegal dumping as well as all the other traffic violations, parking violations they committed out here? Not just the no license plate. Now they've admitted that they dumped this property on the street. Let's run with it. Let's run with this story that they own the property. They're legit. He's got no reason to not believe him. Look, they're running a business. When people abandon their property, they just dump it out on the street. They're running a totally legitimate business. I think there's another way out of here for that tow truck. I might be wrong. He was going to allow them to tow it. He didn't know where. He was game with them just wanting to tow it down the street. Probably decided, you know what? It's probably going to look better on camera since you're saying this is your property and you can't prove it to me. But why don't you just go ahead and put it back on your lot? There is nothing wrong with anything you just witnessed here. To find that out, as far as when that ticket was written and whatnot, I don't know. You'd have to do a whole series of records requests, and you'd have to pay for that. And you likely wouldn't get it because it'd be considered an open case. But he admitted it. He admitted he ran the plates and that it had been ticketed. Yeah, this is where a drone would be great. Well, this isn't a towway. This isn't a tow yard. It's a storage place. But yeah, you're right. It's usually one way in, one way out, because these are gated with codes and whatnot. But I know they have a back entrance over here behind this place. Or, I should say, a gate. They have a gate back there. Yeah, Andrew, that's a good point, too. Wonder if it was even ticketed at all. He didn't step foot in it. Still don't know if somebody could be in there. So they let this tow truck driver take this back onto private property off of a public street because they proved that they own it. Nobody got inside of it to look. Didn't ever hear him identify himself as Denver police. Yeah, I mean, they definitely had some time to put their story together. There's no doubt about that. Electric poles on the sidewalk. Now there's an electric box back there. Well, you guys, I gotta go. This day is now complete with wasting 2.5 hours on total fuckery by Denver. So if that camper had already been ticketed and that's their property, how come it didn't get moved before today? Well, we know the answer to that, because this operation was harassing the other 2 homeless folks that aren't really doing any harm to anyone that were parked there. Told them they were going to have them towed. This bogus tow truck guy shows up. He's going to tow it. He backs off. Because I'm like, yeah, that's not how things work. He was cool. He waited. Cops were going to come. They didn't come. He left. He comes back now because cops finally do show up. Now the story is completely changed. Yeah. I'm just done. They lie. They'll accommodate businesses in their bullshit and their harassment. That's the bottom line. That's the moral of this story today. This business was harassing the shit out of them. And then they wanted to threaten them by having that other thing towed down the street, blah, 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 blah. It's all a bunch of bullshit and lies. And the cops are going to let them get away with it. They are going to let them get away with dumping their property out here on the street. Yeah, same shit, different day. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. It's been great having you in here. 202 people watching. Spread the word. Denver sucks. And, yeah, that's pretty much that. Peace. Bye, guys. Bye, Slabby. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you guys. Thank you.